I'll even marry you on the day of the ceremony if that's what it takes. This was the future alpha of Ironclaw, cold-blooded, reckless, and willing to use any means necessary to achieve his goals that I stopped resisting. Perhaps this was my way of repaying an old debt. Once he'd risked his life to save me. Now I'd let this act settle the score between us. Crimson blood flowed into the collection bag. A chill seeped into my heart when the donation ended. Charlie hurried off with the nurse toward the operating room, not sparing me a second glance. Watching his retreating figure, I whispered to myself, "We're even now, Charlie." Later, I woke up in my hospital bed, the weight of exhaustion pressing down like lead. The doctor's voice cut through the haze. "Your body isn't capable of enduring another blood donation. Not for at least 6 months. Attempting anything sooner could be life-threatening." I nodded weakly, offering a faint, detached smile. After he left, I checked my phone. There were over a dozen missed calls. All emergency contacts from the hospital for Charlie. Not a single one had been answered. Instead, there was just a single text message from him. "Charlie, Eve, can you stop being so dramatic? You need to know your place. Seriously." I stared at the screen for what felt like an eternity. Whatever faint ember of warmth remained in my heart froze solid in that moment. I couldn't reconcile the man who had once loved me with the venom in his words. Without replying, I spent the rest of the day recovering in silence. When I finally felt strong enough, I shuffled to the hospital's rooftop garden, hoping the sunlight might melt the chill inside me. But instead, I stumbled upon a group of Charlie's friends. Each of them carried flowers and fruit baskets, and for a brief, foolish moment, I thought they had come to visit me. I turned to leave, but they intercepted me, their mocking voices sharp as knives. "Wow, so this is the famous Silvermoon princess. Playing the victim while Charlie's here with his girlfriend? Pathetic. Isn't it too much? Acting all frail just because she gave a little blood. What a drama queen. Guess even princesses can be losers. Can't keep her man and now getting dragged through the mud by her own cousin. Talk about karma." Their words cut deep, but I steadied myself and glared at them coldly. "Don't forget the Silvermoon bloodline outranks anything Ironclaw has to offer. If you continue talking shit about me, you'll be dragging Charlie's name through the dirt too." They faltered, momentarily caught off guard. Before they could retort, Charlie appeared from the stairwell. His gaze landed on me, his brows furrowing in frustration. "Eve, seriously? Do you have to make a scene with my friends?" His tone grew colder, more suffocating with each word. "I've already said I'd marry you. What more do you want? Stop pretending to be sick just to spy on me. If this is how you'll be after we're married, we won't last long. No need to trouble yourself. I don't need you to marry me." 6 years of love, and he had always been free when he wanted to drink. I silently accompanied him, never rushing him. If my presence didn't suit the occasion, I'd wait for his call and pick him up without complaint when he got drunk. I took care of him with the utmost patience when he wanted to travel with his friends, chasing thrills and turning nights into reckless adventures. I planned their trips, bought their tickets, and mapped out their journeys. Even when he offered to let me check his phone, I refused. I loved him, but I feared that my noble lineage would weigh him down, so I never sought to control him. I was determined not to repeat the mistakes of my mother, who drove my father away with her high expectations. I believed I had managed our relationship perfectly, keeping the rhythm steady and harmonious. Before his betrayal, we still lived as though we were in the throes of first love. He desired me endlessly, his longing for my body unabated. But now I realize, he loved me, yet he loved others too. He was entranced by every woman. He was never able to resist any temptation. Was this why he feigned illness? To indulge in a new kind of thrill? Our gazes met, but there was no trace of love in his eyes. The questions burning on my tongue were swallowed, leaving only silence behind. Charlie furrowed his brow under my gaze. Grabbing the bouquet from his friend's hand, he shoved it into my arms. "Here, consider this a gift. Take the flowers and just leave, will you?" In his eyes, I was still the simple girl who would be content with the smallest gestures. He never stopped to consider that I was a princess of the Silvermoon pack, someone who had seen the world. My satisfaction was never about the gift. It was because I loved him. He couldn't fathom that I might actually mean it when I said I wouldn't marry him. I handed the flowers back to his friends. "These are for your girlfriend Lisa. It wouldn't be appropriate for me to accept them. I donated blood willingly." You don't need to force yourself to marry me. For a moment, Charlie's expression faltered. A flicker of panic crossed his face. Eve, Lisa and I, there's nothing between us. I still love you. I smiled faintly. Fine. Go take care of my dear cousin Lisa. I'll handle my discharge papers. You take care of your business. My words cut into him like claws. He froze, then turned his head away, trying to mask his discomfort. His friends wasted no time hooking their arms around his shoulders and dragging him off. Come on, Charlie, Lisa's waiting. She bled so much for you. Unlike someone who just donates a little blood and starts demanding marriage. If you don't go back soon, she might get jealous. Oh, and we've got a few new girls lined up for later. Eve's just putting on a show. She'll come crawling back eventually. That's how women are. You're just too naive. Their words should have hurt, but I felt nothing. Only a cold numbness, as though I were standing on the frozen tundra of the Wolf Lands, forever unable to feel warmth again while Charlie was away. I summoned the one mate I trusted in the Ironclaw pack to help me pack my bags. One by one, the wedding dress, the photo albums, and the decorations disappeared. With them went the fragile dreams of a shared future, stripped away to reveal the harsh truth beneath. The maid stared at the transformed room, now devoid of its festive touches, and hesitated. Princess Eve, all of this was prepared for the wedding. Are you really letting it all go? Yes, I replied, my voice calm and detached. The groom is practically dead to me already. It's useless now. Her hands trembled at my words, and she dared not speak further, carefully disposing of the wedding photos and the Ironclaw pack's engagement ring. When the room was stripped bare, I stood at the doorway with my suitcase. I looked at the once familiar door and deleted my fingerprint from the lock. From this moment on, this place was no longer my home.